going, everybody? Can you hear me? Is my mic working? Mic looks like it's working. Holy cow. How's it going, everybody? Thank you all for being here. I can't believe this. Nick, you got beat. You got beat. Nick is always so good at being first. You're so close, like by 1 second. If you look at the chat times, by 1 second. Dressy Spider and Worm 5406 got here 1 second before Nick. That's pretty impressive. Oh, hi, Zaki. You look great. Thank you. I just started my stream. Oh, okay. We'll chat later. Okay. All right. How's it going, everybody? I couldn't help. Love you, Jackson. I couldn't help but notice we got, who was it that said hi from Croatia? Somebody said hi from Croatia, and I thought that's super cool. And then I thought, oh, am I just such a knucklehead that I don't know that I could point to Croatia on the map? I know it's up there by Russia somewhere, but that's about all I know. Maybe south end of Russia, something like that. Stupid Americans. Sorry. Oh, man. Mr. Fixer's Minecraft Gamer. How's it going, Barry? Yay. Barry's here. Raspy's here. Mod fan. Fantastic. Fantastic. All right. Stockholm, Sweden. You guys are so cool. Man. Hillsboro, Oregon. That's cool, too. From Mexico. Where at in Mexico, Levi? Man. And Guys is here. We know Guys is over there. I need getting the Ender 3 Max Neo. Oh, you ended up getting the Ender 3 Max Neo. It's a solid printer. Loud PSU fan for now. Nice. You going to change it? Exum, thank you very much for subscribing. Maybe it'll announce it. No, sounds like it's not going to. Well, that's good to hear, Dressy Spider. You know what? Well, let's do the first thing we always have to do. First thing is thank you, PCBWay, for sponsoring the video. I did send a message and asked my contact, Elaine at PCBWay, if the coupon code that I've been putting in the video description needs to be updated. And I know they're going on their like New Year's holiday for the next few weeks. So we probably won't hear back from her until then. But for now, we'll just keep using that coupon code that's in the description. And they've been a great sponsor now. It's been going on. Wow, how long have they been doing this for us? Where they've been like the actual official sponsor with the little thing up at the top of the stream and all that. It's been a while. It's been a while. As I saw, say I'm first. Maybe I was. Maybe you were. You're the first time. You're first. You're first. Chechia. Oh man. Calgary, Alberta. Hey Timothy, how's it going? Prusa MK3S Plus. Love it. What I started to say. Took a second to load on the phone. Oh, that's okay, Nick. We'll let you. You still get bonus points just for being you. That's all. That's all you got to do. What was the brand of the hinge you used for the back? Oh, for the bookcase. Oh, yeah. It is called Murphy Door, and it has nothing to do with anybody named Murphy. It is because of Murphy Bed. You know, the Murphy Bed thing. Oh, Van Roy, Francis, how's it going? Made it to the start of the stream. We're gonna get to the Lanbons and more OpenHASP stuff today. First thing we're gonna do though is we're gonna do a 3D printer. But thank you for being here, Francis. I've been having so much fun with that stuff. And Ofer's here. All right. So Guys asked the question. So for those of you that don't know what he's talking about, so we have this Hobbit house, right? And the Hobbit house we did on a TV show. And the TV show, well, one of the things that they showed on the TV show was these secret doors we put in. So this is a company here in Utah that makes these secret doors. And they will either build them and ship them to you, or they will ship you the parts. You can build it yourself. We actually have this one here with this stuff in it. We probably should have got that one. Oh gosh, it's a gun case. I guess I wouldn't know what to do with that. I don't have any guns. Anyways, we have some bookcases in the Hobbit house. And it's really cool. I mean, it's super cool. So there's the Murphy Door link to everybody. Want to build one for my basement stairs. And they will also sell you just the hardware if you want. These guys were super cool. Like, I don't remember how much they showed them on the TV show, but obviously we spent the day with them. They came out and put one of the doors together with us. They're super cool. They were like retired firemen, and they were firemen. And so they were just talking, and they woodworking in their spare time, and came up with these really good way to make these secret doors and make them look really secrety and useful. And so check them out. They're very cool. Murphy Doors. All right. So We're going to talk today. First thing we're going to do, hey, Vanessa's here. Yay. Hamburger with extra pickles. I love extra pickles. If we had a builder's show in the UK, it would finish about 1 p.m. on a Friday and everyone would go to the pub. I wish that was the way. I wish that was the way. Firefighters are the best, Barry. Are you a firefighter? I have a brother-in-law that's a firefighter. He is the best. He's awesome. Looking at making one of those off Anna White design. Check out those the Murphy door guys. Like I said, they'll sell you the hardware or they'll sell you the whole kit. Obviously, if you're here in Utah, it's a little easier because you can go pick it up, but I'm sure they'll ship it to you, no problem. Tony Jacko, thank you for subscribing. Okay, so 2 things we're going to do today. These are our 2 main priorities, okay? You guys got to keep me on track, make sure I get this stuff done. I don't go too squirrely happy, right? Thing number 1 is we are going to build this ELEGOO Neptune 3 Max. So during one of the 12 streams of Christmas, we built the Plus. And we'll talk about as I'm building this, what troubles I ran into. It was all my fault. I fixed the troubles that I had caused. And it's been working great ever since. And they were very happy with the fact that I highlighted it on the stream. And so they said, you want the bigger one? And I said, yes, because what do you do when somebody says, do you want the bigger 3D printer? You say yes. So here's a comparison. So the Neptune 3 Pro is kind of the same size as most of the Ender 3 clone kind of things. And that's kind of what these are. But then they've stepped it up 2 more times. And this bed is massive. You'll see here in a minute how big it is, but the dimensions that it calls out here, 420 by 420 by 500 millimeters build surface or build space. Holy cow. Croatia is next to Italy between Hungary and Austria. Okay, so closer to Germany, not really that close to Russia. But I guess they're close to each other too. Next to Italy between Hungary and Austria. I'll have to look on the map. Only US, there's a link for EU partner, but the sell sports stuff. Ah, boo. Hey guys, if you want, when I say hey guys, I'm talking to guys, G-I-J-S, not necessarily saying hey guys to you guys. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, guys, if you want to try and have like the hardware shipped out there or something, talk to me on Discord. We'll see if we can work something out. Are the ELEGOO better than the Ender 3 series? They're so similar, Ofer. ELEGOO has approached me and said, hey, do you want to highlight our printers? And I've said yes. Impossible not to be biased. I'm very happy with their printers. Very happy. I've had my Ender 3. I haven't had the Ender 3. Let's see, which one do I have? I have the V2. And I think they're on like the S1. I think the Ender 3 S1 is similar in features to this Neptune 3 Pro. And there's probably a dozen of these, at least, out there these days. All variety of manufacturers. But they've got all the stuff. I mean, we've been doing 3D printing now for over 10 years that it's been sort of pretty consumer available, or about 10 years maybe that it's been reasonably consumer available. And especially in the last 5 or 6 years, it's gotten a lot better. And it's gotten a lot cheaper for these companies to make really good printers. So at this point, if you're in the 3D printer market, $300 will get you a fantastic printer for sure. Direct drive head. Yeah, so these have direct drive heads. These have direct drive heads. They have dual Z-axis motors. They have a magnetic bed. They've got, these have auto bed leveling that are not, it's not reliant on the little plunger. It's somehow pressure sensor with the nozzle and the bed. So it actually just goes and touches the bed with the nozzle very lightly and then says, okay, that's where the bed is, that's where the bed is, that's where the bed is. And then it just puts that in the G code, right? $300 US head and dual Z. That's right. Yeah. So like, I mean, that's what I mean. Like there's a lot of these now that are in that range, you know? So the Ender, thankfully Ender and the Ender 3, they kind of blazed this trail for this size and this design and made it just super cheap and people were able to get them and it wasn't like you were spending a ton of money. My first 3D printer ever was like $2,500. Now it's collecting dust in the closet here. Anyways, so that's number 1. I didn't even get to number 2. Number 1. Oh my gosh. number one is we're going to build this 3D printer. We're going to go over here to my other desk and I'm going to turn on the other camera and I've got my remote microphone and we're going to continue the trend of getting away from this particular streaming spot and stream from across the room, which should be pretty fun. Hopefully it works well. And then the second thing that we're going to do is I've got here the Lanbon L8, the version that should be easily flashable with OpenHASP. So we'll get this built. We'll get the Max built, and then we'll start on the Lanbon L8 and the OpenHASP. Well, how's that sound? All right. Do they support Marlin firmware? Probably, Dressy Spider. I don't know. My guess is that's probably what they run. I don't know for sure. Can someone at the Hobbit's house please answer their phone? Okay, so let's get it going. All right, so here is the camera across the room there. And then let's change microphones. Okay, you hear me okay? Yeah, all's well? Okay, we're gonna turn off this face cam so we don't need that at the moment anymore. And we're gonna go over there and start building. Ready? Okay, here we go. Sounds good, all's well, perfect. Okay, let's do it. Okay. So now here we are, under here. Hi guys, am I upside down? Oh, I am upside down. Yeah, that's okay. We're gonna do it this way anyways. All right, let's see. I've done this now a few times with these different ELEGOO printers, and they're all the same format. It's just that this one happens to be massive, right? So I pulled it out of the box already. It comes packed really well. It gives you all the tools here, bunch of tools, USB cord if you want it. This is the runout sensor. They do a really nice job of labeling all their bags. So every bag is labeled with like what's in it, and it's on the instructions. So fantastic job of labeling, makes it really easy to build. The tools that we'll need for putting it all together are right here. Okay, and they give you a couple twist ties, a little bit of couple extra nozzles, and the SD card, and a little piece of that tubing. I don't really need that. I wonder why they send that. Maybe I should be using it and I'm not. And of course a little bit of PLA for our test print. Okay, so step one is going to be take these legs and put them on the printer there. And the instructions are here, pretty easy to follow as well. What I did wrong last time, for those of you that watched me do the plus, before the max was the plus, I did not connect the second Z-axis wire for the stepper motor. That was my problem. All right, so first things first, get these 4 HM545 bolts. These are going to be the ones that hold on the legs, or the big Z legs here. So here we go. We got to tip this thing over here. Tip this guy up on its side a bit. Okay. Not sure what that is. It just slid off. Oh, looks like that goes under there. I wonder if that's supposed to be there. I think that's part of the packing. Maybe keep that from rolling around. I don't think that's supposed to be there, but we'll find out. I'm sure it'll say in the instructions. Okay. A couple of screws here, no big deal. Okay, I have no connection with chat right now, so if everything goes haywire, I apologize, and I'll figure it out in about 20 minutes. I have been waiting to put this together to do it on the stream. I've had it for 4 or 5 days now. I've been very anxious to get it together, but I thought, no, I gotta wait. Don't want to put it together when I'm not on the stream. Okay. I'm gonna take the biggest Allen wrench that they sent. Sure enough, that's the right size. No big deal there. I've been super happy with these. I really have. And so you can see on that website, oh, did I put the links? I'll have to put links. I don't think I did put links. Anyways, this sucker's only like, I think this thing is less than $500. And it is massive. I'll put a tape measure on the bed so you can just get an idea of how big it really is. Like if you're printing, like I would say best use, well for me, for something like this, is gonna be things like costume stuff, you know? Like you want like full-size helmets, this is the one for you. You know, you could print like full-size, but if you wanted to make like Mandalorian armor and those kinds of things, this is the one. This thing is ginormous. But it's also good if you want to just make a whole bunch of things all at once, and you don't want to have to do like 3 prints to do one batch of something. There we go. Okay. I am still going to look at the instructions just to make sure I don't do it wrong. Or in the wrong order. All right, so boop, boop, put that wrench on there. Okay, now we're going to put the side thing on here. Side thing, side thing. That's this. This is the side thing. And which bag of screws is that? Did put that there. 03 PM420 3-piece. Right here. Piece cake. I know you guys are upside down, aren't you? Sorry. Okay. And then there are holes here on the side of this one. I guess I should have kept it on its side briefly. Okay. Here's the holes where this goes. I did have somebody ask me, a friend of mine was at my house last night and he saw the other one of these printers and said, like, why are they using telephone cord to hold on this little control box? Does seem a little dated, I guess, but that seems that's not something I think is a problem. I don't know. I like this thing. I guess I like that it's movable. I've actually thought, since he said that, I thought, I wonder if it would be worthwhile to have a longer cord so that you could have the remote pad be farther away from the printer itself. And that might be a thing that you could do if you wanted to. Just put the printer like in a closet and then have the remote button thing somewhere outside the closet, something like that. But there's not a lot that you're gonna do with that. That would be good if you could put the SD card. Ooh, that might be a thing to do. Did you hear that, ELEGOO? Might be a thing to do to make it so that this remote control piece, this guy here, make it so this is where you put the SD card, and then we can get longer cords like this and we can put it further away, and that way you could load the card in here and do all the controls here without actually having to go into the closet or wherever the printer is. All right, before I tip it back over, I want to check one more time, make sure there's nothing else here that I need to put on while I've got it sideways. Side thing there. Okay, next thing is the top stuff. So we'll do the top stuff now. So with like a couple screws, this thing is 80% built already, right? Who is it that likes this or doesn't like this? This might not be a regular phone cord. Oh yeah, it is. It's 4 wires. Okay, there's that. Now we're gonna do our, we got our little spool holder here. Spool holder uses PM418 2-piece. PM418 2-piece. See how easy that is? Can't ask him to do a better job. That is like IKEA level stuff here. Okay, now this thing does have, am I still working? Yep. It's got these little slider guys. How well you can see those. There's 2 of them. So you do have to slide those, and that's where this piece goes. That holds this guy on here. See if I can get further back with the camera a little bit. Not really. Yeah, and then it just kind of creeps forward, okay. All right. Do this without whacking the camera, maybe. Okay. One down. Oh, I probably shouldn't have tightened that because I might have to move it to get to fit in the other one. Drop the screw. Okay. How chaotic would it be if I had like the chat being read to me by like a bot in my ear or something, so that I could be doing this and interacting with chat? Would that be pretty chaotic? I think that would be pretty difficult for me. It's hard enough to focus. If I had chat in my ear the whole time, it would be dang near impossible. Okay, so there's that thing. I'm gonna push this back. Now this guy just kind of screws in there into the side of that thing. You don't need to see it. I promise that's what I'm doing. Okay, that's where the spool holder goes. Next thing, I'm sure is gonna be this. Yep. All right, actually, I'll pull that back over. Let me pull that back over here. Get in up next to that guy. There you go. Boy, that is... Oh, I wonder if I can back it up with this. Nope. All I can do is get closer with the camera. I can't get any farther away. All right, so here is the... This is the little runout sensor. Filament runout sensor, which I've been using very successfully, by the way. I've even kind of run stuff out on purpose, and it works wonderfully well. I've been very happy with it. It was kind of fun to make. I made like some two-tone things just for kicks. Put a small amount of filament on, let it run for a little while, just to use up like old filament, which is great. It's a great way to make sure you don't, you waste as little filament as possible by having something like this, and you can... Let's see, where's the hole? You can use up all your tiny spools, or what's left on your spools, because you're not worried about it ruining the print when it runs out. Can't find it. I need glasses. Okay, this isn't supposed to be the hard part. Seems like I say that at least once in every project. That should be the new catchphrase. Come on, use Tinker. Okay, pretty sure that's it. There we go. Got it. Okay. Oh, and that's the wrong size wrench. That is another thing. I think I complained about that last time with the Plus, is that it's like all these bolts are different sizes. Seems unnecessary. Oh, did I put that on backwards? Wait a minute. Yeah, I did. I put it on backwards.
Yeah. Okay, there we go. Great. So there's that. And we can go ahead and connect up the wire to that right here as well. Okay, that part's done. Now we're gonna move this over here. We're gonna bring the rail down and over, and we're gonna connect up the wires to this. So it goes in the top here. These kind of spread apart, and you can just make sure I got that in right. 2 rows of pins. Let's see. Oh, there it goes. Yep. Okay, pretty simple. Clips right in there. Clips right in there. You see it well enough? Okay. And then calls for a wire controller clipperoo. Nothing fancy here. It just goes over here on the side. Goes over here just to help hold some of this stuff up out of the way. You do have to kind of fold this to get it in there, but then there's one little hole. Can you see? Nope. You can't see it all. There we go. But now it's back behind there, so you still can't see. Let's move a little bit better, because this is all super important stuff. It's actually not important at all. It's really silly. Okay, well, this is where it's going to go. Okay. Now, probably the one important part about this particular thing here is that, let me see how I can get you a better picture of that. Oh, there we go. There it is. That's better. So it's this here. Hello, focus. Hello, focus. Focus. It's because there's something screws in the way. There we go. All right. These wires here connect to this motor here. So this is where you want to make sure you have this when you connect this clip here. Just make sure that it's close enough to these, or that these wires are close enough to this that you can connect them there, because that's where they go. All right, I put down, this is the right wrench for this one. Okay, there we go. And then this 4-wire connector goes into the bottom of the stepper. Okay, there's that. And then this is an in-stop switch. So that goes there. Forgive my sniffles. All right. And then we're going to go to the back over here. Can you see me? Not really. There we go. And connect up these wires here too. I think I'll probably need to pull. I need a little bit more length. Oh, no, here they are. So these go to there. I see. All right. Oh, this one goes here to the bottom of this stepper. And that's what I forgot on the other side last time, was I didn't connect up that stepper, which explains why my nozzle was dragging. But you see how easy they make this anymore? It's so simple. So simple. All right, so we're gonna go over to the other side. Down there, way back here, and we're gonna connect up this other stepper. Okay, that's that. That may be the end. Okay, let's see. Oh, we got to put the sides on. And then we've already connected that wire. We connected those two, and we connected that one down there. Okay, and then it's just a matter of adjusting. All right, so the next thing, wish I could even get, let's pull back out a bit here. All right, that might be okay. So maybe you can see some stuff. Stuck watching the stream. Buffalo Bill's taking the lead since I started watching. I'm reading the comments for a minute. What? DrZzs is alive? I know, right? Crazy. Crazy. How's it going, Joe? 95-year-old mom and I are watching again. She's amazed that 3D printers are a real thing. Oh, hi, Grandma. 95. Congratulations. Every day. You should just get an award for being 95. Every day. Okay. Let's see. We got to put these things on the sides here. I'm going to need glasses to read this. I can't see. Okay, we're on this part here, and I think they're the same on both sides. The top, PM4 2-piece, bottom, PM4 2-piece with a washer. Okay, ones with the washers go on the bottom, right there. We're out of screws, that's it. And we're done. How long does this take? Can somebody time me? I have a brother-in-law that likes to time himself putting together IKEA furniture. Okay, the longer ones with the washer go on the bottom. I don't see a difference on these. These are adjustable, but on my other one, I didn't adjust them at all. Oh, caught my wire. All right, there's a hole over here on the side. I think, where does the washer go? Yeah, the washer goes between the pole. So it goes screw and then washer, like that. Yeah. Okay, and then the short one, little shorty screw, goes up at the top. You can't see this, and I apologize, but I promise it's really not exciting or difficult. We're gonna do way more difficult things once we start tearing apart that Lanbon switch here pretty soon. That's gonna be a lot more difficult. I'm sure you can adjust this, like somebody's gonna say, oh, you gotta make sure it's square and stuff, and I'm sure they're right, especially if you want it to go like super tall. Somebody just subscribed or something. Thank you. Okay. This time I'm going to do the top one first. Let's at least kind of go over this way. Top one goes right there. And then bottom one down here. I guess when you're getting this tall, these things can really have some wobble in the Z direction. So good to have these extra supports. All right, let's see what it says. Does it say anything about adjusting these? I don't think it does. It didn't last time. Okay, I think that's it. Tight. Tight. And I think we're done. That's it. Now the one thing that I ran into last time, which I'm not seeming to have the same problem this time, was, no, this is nice and tight. Last time on the Plus, we did have a little bit of trouble with the print head here being a little loose, and we had to adjust some of those asymmetric bolts here, the nuts, I guess, to make it tighter. But that seems to be pretty tight. And then we had a real problem with the bed being wobbly on the last one. Bed looks pretty good to me. Feels pretty good, I guess. Bottom side block has been adjusted. The pulley may come loose in transportation. Fortunately, this time it did not. Same with the print head. Okay, that's it. It doesn't even... It does have the same 6 dials underneath if we wanted to dial it in, but I think we can dial it in with the automatic stuff this time. So let's move this thing out of the way now. And let's see if we can get kind of a sideways angle at it there so we can see it a little bit. And then I think we're ready to plug it in, turn it on, see if we can hopefully make it do something. We'll get it printing the base print anyways, get it leveling and printing the base print. Okay. Oh, we're gonna have to pull it away from the wall. Man, this thing is so big. If you're gonna have this one, you gotta have a place to put it. If I'm gonna have it out here on this desk, I'm gonna have to justify that by constantly printing stuff. I don't know what. Okay. I hear my wife texting. All right, we're going to take some of this filament. Go up here for a second and put the filament through the sensor there. And into the top end there, and that's it. We can go through all this stuff now. Should we level it? Operation will trigger the return to zero action. Confirm. Oh boy. Ran into something. Oh, I think I got ran into that. Hey, where are you going?
Back.
Oh, you going back up there?
Yeah.
Oh, I love you. Love you.
Hopefully we don't get stuck.
Yeah, don't get stuck.
Hi, chat. Bye,
The
chat.
camera's right here.
Oh, hi, chat. Bye, chat. Bye.
Have fun, boys. I'm sad and jealous.
Love you, bye.
They're going back up to the Hobbit house. I'm still on call, so I have to stay here. Okay, that was a horrible, horrible sounding something or other. So we hit something and it wouldn't let it move. I think this might have been stuck. Let's try that again. That was awful. Did you guys hear that? And the color yellow. All right, let's try this again. Level, confirm. Oh, I wonder if I've got... Oh, this is why. Yeah, they still had some of these under there. Oh, there's another one still. Hold on a second. They booby-trapped it here. Yep, still one under there. There are some sort of packing protective things under here. That may be why the bed didn't seem to want to wiggle at all, because it had these things underneath it. Yeah, it had these under there. Okay. So they had 3D printed these and stuck them underneath around the wheels. There was 4 of them. I found 2 of them. I didn't know that there were 4 of them. Did I miss the part in the instructions where it said to take those out? Let me see. If I did, that's my fault. No, it doesn't say. Nope. Okay, so now we should do a manual first. Adjust the distance between the nozzle and the bed by turning the nut. So we're going to do it manually first. And we're going to use our, where's our little adjuster? Let me zoom in down here. Hold on. Let's get you in here close. This thing doesn't want to stay. It's too loose or something. Okay. Drifting. Maybe that'll be all right. Okay, so we're gonna go here. Oh man, we're way off. We are way off. So far off, I think we need to adjust the Z offset. Can't have that thing dragging. Okay. No, it's way off. How do we cancel this? Doesn't look like we can cancel that. Starting over. See what it tells us to do. All right, let's try this. Prepare. So it won't go any lower than that. Is it hitting? Let's see. It's just not going all the way down to the bottom. All right, well, let's try this again. Level, confirm. We'll try this for another minute or two, and then this is some simple stuff. I just need to take a minute and do it right. It's just not getting close enough to the bed. Not even close. Oh, I guess this is where I need to go. Yeah, sorry, this was it. That's right. Okay. Oops. Cancel. Yeah, now it's slowly going down. So that's what I missed. I'm on this and I'm pressing down on the Z to get it pretty close. There we go. That's the setting I was looking for. I couldn't remember where it was. Okay. That's pretty good. Okay. We're going to go up a little more. By tenths, by hundredths even. Okay, that's pretty good. All right, now we'll go manual and confirm, and now we're going to go to this corner. Okay, and that definitely is too close, so let's go down. There we go, now we're pretty close. Okay, we'll go to number 2. So 6 dials on this. Most printers are only going to have 4. The Plus also had 6. This is so much smoother than last time, huh? Let's see, I'm going the wrong way. Yeah, there it goes. Okay, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, pretty close. Could go up a little. Am I going the wrong way? Okay, great. Okay. And then this one's got to come down. Okay, beautiful. Let's go back to the middle. Oh, beauty. Looking great. Okay, confirm. Now it's going to go through and it's going to tap out, 64 spots along the bed. So we're just going to leave it for a minute, let it do its thing. We're going to go back over here now. Back to the chair, to the comfy chair. Hello. We'll watch it for a minute and then we'll change. Whew. All right, now we're going to go off here.
There we go. How's that, guys? Yeah, sir, good enough. How you doing, man? Thank you for being here. You feeling better? Okay, I think I can turn off this other this other microphone now. I think we're pretty good for now. I don't think I'll be getting back out of my seat today. At least not for now. Whew. Random tall things, quill storage for arrows, totem poles, helmets. Helmets. From Boise. Oh, I was just in Boise a few weeks ago. Thanks, Josh. My dad lives in Boise. Next time I'll have to come see you. The Y cable shouldn't be dragging on the platter. I think we're okay. All right. Whew. Okay. Infection gone, feeling better. Good. We need you. You can't go getting sick. All right, we're going to let that thing do its thing. Turn that off. So that was it. How long did that take? Not very long, right? I guess I've been streaming for 50 minutes. I probably didn't start doing that until at least 20 minutes in, right? So not too bad. The only kind of hang up I had was trying to remember where the Z adjustment is, and it was right there in front of my face. I just didn't see it. All right, questions about it? Anybody want questions about my ELEGOO? About 30 minutes, not too bad. Not too bad, pretty easy. Couldn't be much easier than that. So I can certainly recommend these ELEGOO printers. I've had the Pro now for probably a year, and I've had the Plus for, well, I haven't had the Plus that long actually, maybe a month or two, but I've been using it quite a bit. And now this one's brand new, so we'll see how it goes. But they're pretty good. Tell the fam to drive through Tremont and Riverside. It's snowing a lot in the Sardine Canyon. Okay, I'll tell them right now. I'll tell them because that's who just left. Let's tell those two boys. So Sardine Canyon, that's what you call that canyon? I didn't know that's what it was called. Where is my text with those boys? All right, I'll do it here where mom can see it too. Hey, boys. Let's see. Skip the canyon route. Go through Tremont. Oh. He's calling me. Hey, bud.
Hey, what's up?
Hey. How's it going?
Good.
I was just texting you.
I just saw I saw it say, "Hey, boys."
Oh.
Dad.
I was just gonna say. So one of our friends here, who lives up in Preston, that's watching the stream, he just said it's snowing a lot in that canyon, and so you should probably go through Tremont and not in through the canyon.
Okay.
Okay. Check.
Sacrifice for the canyon.
Well, I know, but check with me when you get there. But don't be silly. You know, don't be dumb. This is. Yeah, it's better to get there safe than get stuck in a really pretty canyon, right? So, be smart. Call me when you get to Brigham City. Okay. All right. Love you, boys.
Thanks, Dad.
Bye.
Tell the guy from Preston, thank you.
Okay. His name's Joe. They
Thanks,
said
Joe.
They said thanks, Joe. Okay. Bye, boys. Love you. All right. All right. Okay, we made it. What are we blowing up today? Okay, thank you, Joe, for the warning, by the way. All right, so the next thing, we're going to transition. I think it may have already done it 64. If it already did it 64 points. Oh, no. No. It was just heating up. That was it just heating up. Now it's going to do the bed leveling. Yeah, it's doing the auto bed leveling. No, I think it was just heating up. Yeah, it's going to do 64 points, but it does it when it's hot. All right. Stream time. Get your cashews. Ooh, go to Discord and type /here. Okay, so now transition. Next point. Thank you very much, ELEGOO, as always. And this would be the halfway point for another thanks to PCBWay for being sponsor as well. Now, here we go. Lanbon L8. All right, raise your hand if you don't have any idea what this thing is. And while I wait for you all to raise your hands, I will tell you what it is and what we're doing with it. So there is a new project called well, I don't know how new it is, but it's called OpenHASP. And HASP stands for Home Assistant Switch Plate. If you've been watching my stuff for a long time, you'll know that, gosh, probably 4 years ago, I started building some of these Home Assistant switch plates. And the platform has been changed several times. Never heard of it. Francis Van Roy there in the chat, he is the main dude behind OpenHASP. So the first iteration of this was done by a guy named Luma at Arusha on GitHub. And it's been great. But now there's this next evolution, which is OpenHASP. And OpenHASP adds some functionality. It adds the ability to have different sized displays, which you could do with HA switch plate, which became HASP 1, but it was very difficult because Luma did all of the stuff based on one size screen, and if you wanted to do a different size screen, you had to redo a lot of stuff. This lets you, with some pretty simple lines of code, make your widgets, your text, your buttons, whatever, any size you want. So you can have everything from a 1-inch screen to a 7-inch screen, and you can make the buttons all different sizes. Do I need a padlock for that OpenHASP thing? A padlock? Like, is somebody going to take it? Tell me what you mean. Padlock. Oh, you mean to use it like a door, like a code thing to put your code in to open up a door? You can do that. That's what you mean. So anyways, OpenHASP. So OpenHASP, because of its nature, it will run on a lot of different kinds of hardware. And some of the hardware, like this, is a pretty simple little board, which I have a couple of, and I've been using, and it works fine. HASP joke. I don't know what a HASP, it must be a thing that locks. I don't understand. Sorry. Over my head. Among all of the different hardware that you can use, exists this little smart switch here, which is the Lanbon, the name of it, Lanbon L8. And it is a smart switch. Let me focus on the right stuff here. Oh, I have a bunch of crap on my desk I should have moved. And it's not focused. Oh my gosh, who's this guy? Who is this rookie? Who is this rookie? I don't know what kind of secrets I'm revealing. Okay, we'll zoom in on the right stuff here. Hopefully I don't have any credit cards sitting on my desk. Sorry, sir, good enough. Oh, there's somebody's address. You don't have to bother looking at that. So this is the Lanbon switch. Let's zoom in on this camera for a minute. I'll give you guys, let me go back here for a second. Oh no, I guess if I do that, then I can't see it. All right. That's my wife texting. You can see everything on my desk with this camera. It's a great camera. Come on, you stinker. ELEGOO, there we go. Properties, okay. Ah. It's bad if it's a dad joke and you don't get it. That is bad. I think it's bad for me. I think that says more about my bad dadness, Sir Goodenough, than about your bad dad joke, okay? I'm sure your joke is great. And it seems like other people got it, but I didn't. Okay. We are going to configure video. And we're going to zoom in a bunch. Let's get it in the right spot. And we're going to zoom in. Zoom, 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 zoom. Right about there. How's that look? Look good? I think that looks pretty good. Gives me some more room to work here. I should like trace out on my desk where I want it to be. Anything else we need to mess with? We're not going to mess with the focus. Do we need to change the exposure? Let's leave the exposure so it doesn't adjust. And is the white balance better on or off? It's better on. Okay, great. Forgive me, it does reset those every time. I have not yet figured out a way to make it not reset those every time. And then, of course, my camera shows up in the picture. There we go. All right, Rookie Streamer here, everybody. Rookie Streamer, forgive him. It's his first time. All I want to do is zoom. You'd be so happy, Joe. You got to come up and see the Hobbit house again. Oh, what happened to the focus? I didn't turn off. There it is. Okay. You got to come up and see the Hobbit house. This is my DrZzs the DM stuff there. Okay, here we go. All right. So this is the Lanbon L8. Now, a couple differences. You can, if you look back at the Amazon page here, there are several different versions. This is the Apple HomeKit version. The black one I have is the Apple HomeKit version. The white one I have is the Smart Life version. Now, unfortunately, the Smart Life version is $10 cheaper. I would assume the dimmer I didn't really want. And then the Smart Living. I don't know what Smart Living app is. Tell me when. I'll bring pizza. Awesome. Couple weeks. Maybe a couple weeks we'll be up there for a good period of time. Be fun to have you come visit and see how much progress we've made, especially on like all the power stuff you helped me with last year. We're doing pretty good right now. The problem that we ran into with Smart Life was that it has a separate chip because it's Tuya. It's Tuya based. And for all their initial claims of loving the hacker community, Tuya has now made things much more difficult for us by including this little chip. So this is the chip that makes it work with Smart Life, and they could have done it with the ESP32, but they didn't. They have their own little chip. And I know there are plenty of people working on hacking this little chip to make it work, or to make it so we can do our stuff with it. But for now, as far as this one goes, I tried and at least had several people indicate that it was a lost cause. So maybe it's possible. I don't know how. And I spent too much time already trying to get OpenHASP to work on this version of the Lanbon L8. So as far as I'm concerned, maybe somebody can teach me differently. And Francis is here. Francis will be the one to know if anybody. But as far as I'm concerned, the $10 that you would spend to buy the Apple HomeKit version instead of the Smart Life version is totally worth it, so that you don't have to deal with this chip and all the extra flashing. You can see I tried to solder on some wires there, and it was just a freaking mess. So bye-bye. So that one, if anybody wants to buy a slightly used, partially disassembled Lanbon L8 for Smart Life, let me know, because I've got one on the cheap. This is, however, the version which is made for Apple HomeKit. And the great part about it is, if we look inside here, there is no Tuya chip. Yay. Bye-bye, Tuya chip. And good riddance. This is the resolution of the screen. I wrote that on there because we're going to need that. Bye-bye, Tuya chip. We don't need you. Sorry, Tuya chip. Yay. Okay. So that should mean that we can flash this. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to get out. And I also got some people said that they thought my FTDI adapter was the bad part. I hope not. HomeKit is preferred over Tuya version, but ultimately both should work though, unless they change something on the PCB. Yeah, I sure tried and I sure failed, but we'll give it a go. All right, I am going to set this thing back to 3 volts. I don't want to do no damage. And then looks like I'm missing a wire here. Must have taken one off somewhere. All right, so what I've got here is my FTDI adapter. So this chip you can't just plug in. You can see there's no USB, so you can't just plug in a USB here to flash this. A lot of these other devices, a lot of these other screens have USB on them, and you can just plug them right in, and voila, it'll flash. Is the Tuya chip a WB3S? You can swap it with a proper. Well, it's got the ESP32 on here as well. But as far as what's connected to what, I don't know. I don't see anything. It says model CBU IPEX. That's what it says, for what that's worth, John. If that means anything to you. Okay, so this is my FTDI adapter. This is 5 volts there. Ground is going to be here. I flashed many, many, many Signoffs with this guy. And then we've got TX here and RX here. So TX is green. So TX down here is going to go to RX. The close one is the top, I believe. And then ground is the top here. And this is RX, so it's going to go to the TX here. Oh, there we go. And then 5 volts is going to go next to the TX. Great. And then we need one more thing, which is going to be a jumper that will go from ground, or sorry, from GPIO 0, which is actually under. I should have done this first. Silly boy. GPIO 0 is actually under RX. I know it's kind of far away for you to see, but we need another wire in the little port that is under the RX. Stick that guy in there, and that will need to be grounded when we power this thing up. Now I'll put my RX wire back in. Okay. These are tight. Hopefully that works. Okay, what else do you see? What's the PCB version number? Said it should work if the PC has not been redesigned. Good question. Let's try PCB version number. V1.19. V1.19. Does that mean anything to you guys? V1.19. Trying to get it in the right spot. There it is. V1.19. There. If there's other numbers on there that you need, let me know. Okay. Now, before we do anything, we can just power this up. I'm just going to plug this in. And I think we're done over there with our auto. We should probably set that thing to print the example. Okay, so the Lanbon, this is how it's starting up. This is the normal software on it. If you wanted to use it, you could. The camera is flashing a bit, indicative of a power problem or a data problem. That thing might need USB 3 full resolution. Oh, is what you see? Is it flickering? You might see the fan reflecting, like my ceiling fan. Right there. That's my ceiling fan. Anyways, we're not going to use this, but that's just showing that this is not in a flash mode. Okay, so we're gonna unplug it again, and then we're gonna put it in flash mode. All right, unplugging. Now I'm gonna take this, and I'm just gonna stick it on here because that's grounded, and then start it back up. I should be able to take that off, and now it should be in flash mode. While it's in flash mode, we're going to go here. Yep, it's still in flash mode. We're going to go here, getting started, and then there's going to be firmware installation. All right, and we're going to go to the OpenHASP web installer. And then we're going to tell it we have a Lanbon L8. And we're going to hit install. And then that's the serial port that I'm connected to. And we're going to hit connect. And it's going to be beautiful. And the first try, OpenHASP, erase device, next, install. Holy cow. How often does that happen? Oh, the Lanbon, not the camera. Oh, yeah, it might be true. So far, so good. Wow. I mean, it's probably a little bit too early for high fives, but that was pretty good. Okay, while this is doing its thing, I'm going to run over to the printer here because it's done with its auto leveling, and I'm just going to put in the SD card that it came with and have it print whatever design it had. And I'm not going to put my microphone back on, so talk amongst yourselves. All right, we'll check in on that from time to time, but it should be printing another little Buddha guy. You see it on the printer camera as well? The flashing? Okay, we'll have to do some troubleshooting. But for now, I got enough trouble. I'm just happy that my cameras and my microphones are working. For goodness sakes. 97%. Steve says it looks good. All right, Steve. Thank you, buddy. Well, we want to make it look good. We want it to look good. Printer cam looks good. Okay. Maybe Sir Goodenough's. He's got those 40 frames per second eyes. I can't do that. All right. Not seeing any flashing here. Okay, good. Okay, well now installation complete. Next. We already installed OpenHASP. So now what we're going to do is go to the logs in console. Now you can do it. Actually, it's not showing on the screen, interestingly. See that? Normally, maybe I need to reboot it once, but normally this would be like on some of these other devices, it has shown the little thing to log in. This isn't showing it. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and use the console here to put in my Wi-Fi stuff. Okay, SSID. We're going to connect this one to, we're going to do my DrZzs. DrZzs NOT network, okay? But then I'm going to move it over here because now I got to put the password in. Oh shoot, I didn't really extrude the thing very good enough. Oh, it's going to start coming. It's coming out anyway. Here, let's look at it for a second. So I didn't really put, I didn't have it extrude the filament first, but it looks like it's doing okay. The fan's a little loud. It's not horrible. You guys probably can't hear it at all. Okay. So the password. So then we're going to go PASS space, and then we will put in the password. Sorry. To everyone who wants my password. I do love, love, love that you can do this stuff from the console. Not sure it's doing anything. Let's reset the device. I don't think it doesn't seem to be communicating. Interesting. Connecting logs and console. Reset device. No, nothing's coming up when I hit reset device. Let me just power it off and power it back on again. Maybe that's what we need to do. Device has been lost. So you guys can see what I'm looking at here as well. Go back. See if it's gonna. So if I do this, this just lets me go to the logs. I don't really need to do this. I can just use this and go to the logs. And then if I reset it, why is it not going? Maybe, oh, here it is. Okay, now at least. So I did need to power it down. Oh, don't look at my thing. Don't look at it. Rebooted and dumped Twitch. Oh, okay, good. Is it better now? Is it good enough? Maybe because I appreciate that you watch them on both. Reboot the L8 manually first, since ESP Tool can't do it on the Lanbon automatically. I see. Okay. Well, now I could, with my phone, point at this this thing and connect it. I don't know if that's really an important one to do. Or I could do it here. This, I really like this. SSID. DrZzs-NOT. Okay. Did that work? SSID. Did that work? Did not seem to work. There's no sensitive info on the QR? Okay. Well, let's do it again. Have I tried turning it off and on again? Hello, this is IT. Okay. Well, what we're going to do then instead, we'll just do it this way. I don't know why it doesn't want to do it through the console, but that's okay. We're going to use the camera and we're going to scan that guy and then join. Feedback is a bit scrambled. Okay, there's some stuff. Okay, now I've got this. So now I can put my Wi-Fi. Now I can put my Wi-Fi stuff here. Okay. Oh, and it did take it. It did take it. So I could put the password in. I could put the password in on here. I could do PASS space and that's what I'm gonna do because then I don't have to remember it. It's a long, goofy password. Okay, then I hit enter. I wonder if that did anything. No. Oh, yep, there it goes. Hotspot. Let's see. No, it still wants me to do it. Oh, no, it did do it. Save settings. There it goes. Yay! Okay. Now, hopefully it won't show my password. But now we got the console stuff here, and it's got an IP address. That's muy importante. But it also shows you on here, which again, by the way, Francis, is flippin' brilliant. So thank you. It says what your IP address is right there. And we're ready to go. We are golden. Golden, golden, golden. Now we know what the IP address is. We're going to go up here and we're going to go to that IP address. And there we are. Now, I think what we'll do for a lot of this part. Oh, okay. I know what we need to do. And since Francis is here, we're going to get Francis's help. We are going to, I'm going to take this part, and I got another camera over here now. I'm going to take this part and put it back together with the main part, and I'm going to power this up with mains. Okay. Then I should be able to configure the settings in OpenHASP to control these relays and the kind of Moodlight on the back of it. Francis, is that a reasonable expectation I can have of myself? I will tell you, I tried last night to do the Moodlights, and I tried to connect a relay to one of those Sunton displays. The Sunton displays, for everybody who hasn't been messing with this OpenHASP stuff, it's just a line of very inexpensive displays, some of which are grande, like that 7-inch one I was talking about. And I was trying to connect some relays, and one of them has a little light. It's actually, I think is it this one? Yeah, it's this one. So there's this one, which is a 2-point. This one has a lot of hope, but I'm not sure it had a lot of hope. I'm not sure it's going to be the one. This is a Sunton display, And it does have the ESP32, and it does have some ports that you can break out, and it has a Moodlight back here, this little LED, RGB LED back here. And I found the pinout basically, and I went in and tried to set the pins for the Moodlight and tried to connect some relays to these other outputs here, and it was no funciona. Sounds muy reasonable. I like you, Francis. I like you a lot. So that didn't work out for me, but maybe this will do it, right? This will do it. Put me on the spot here. Maybe one of these times I'll get you to come on live with me. If you want to be put on the spot, that's being put on the spot. But I won't do that now. I won't do that to you now. We'll plan it out another time. If I'd have known about this, maybe a little bit ahead of the 12 Streams of Christmas, a little more ahead of the 12 Streams of Christmas, maybe we'd have done it for that. But we'll get you on here one of these times if you're willing, Francis. So I appreciate what you've done, and it's better to have the main dude on when possible. All right, so we have so many cameras now. There we go. All right, we're gonna disconnect this. I'm gonna disconnect all of these guys here. All right, pull these wires back out. Because we're all flashed and ready now. Okay, and we got some itty bitty screws here. So $60 is still kind of on the high end for me for a smart switch. So we're gonna see how this goes. Now, what would make it worth it to me? Well, the fact that it's got the 3 relays does help quite a bit. 240 by 320. You guys will remember that, right? That does help quite a bit. Oh, wait, there was somebody that said that this also had like a temperature sensor. Some of these had temperature sensors. I gotta say, I don't see it. I don't think this one does. I'm gonna say it doesn't. If the other thing that will make it worthwhile, I love the Moodlight. So with some good control of the Moodlight, that would help a lot. That would help me justify spending the money on it. And then just the function, like if the touch screen really does function pretty well without a lot of, you have to keep pushing it or keep, whatever. There's nothing that gets pretty frustrating, especially for, like, we're going to try and convince the wife and the kids to use this. If they touch the touch screen and it doesn't respond like their iPhone does or something, then I have to hear about it. So I don't want to hear about it. Okay. Snap that together more or less. Oh. Okay. Hopefully I didn't pinch that in there. I think I did. Let's have a little clip that's got to grab. Capacitive touch should be great on this one. Good. Yeah, that's the problem with some of the cheaper ones. I think that's part of why, even though I was very hopeful of the Sunton tiny display. Oh, that one looks broke. I think I broke it. The Sunton, the tiny one, it was only like $9, but it's resistive touch instead of capacitive touch. And so far in my brief experimentation with it, it hasn't been it hasn't worked super well. Dang, this thing, I think I broke it. Can't get that to really clip in there anymore. Oh well. Enough screwing with it. We're going to screw it back together. Yes. Oh, there it is. There's the buy me a coffee. There's the buy me a coffee for Francis. If you have appreciated the OpenHASP project, please tell Francis how much you've appreciated it by buying him a coffee. I have bought him some coffees, haven't I, Francis? Not enough, but everybody just does what they can do. If you lived here in town, I'd totally take you out too for more coffee. Bills win. Bills win. You're welcome. Anytime you need good luck, Matt, you come see me. All right. I watched the first part of the Bills game. I only saw like very little bit of it, but it looked like it was not going to be much of a contest. I don't know how close it ever ended up being, but it didn't look like it was going to be much. Okay, and that thing snaps back together, and we're in business. Let's peel this guy off. We don't need that anymore. Okay, and now I just got to get some mains. I do like their connectors. They look pretty good. The ground? Wait, what the? Oh, so the ground doesn't go in there. It's like they don't want you to connect the ground. Okay. It says neutral line and then L1, L2, and L3. All right, I need... You know what I'm looking for, don't you? I'm looking for a hacked up extension cord, which I should have. I know I have plenty of them. It's just a matter of what have I been doing with them lately, because I haven't used one in a bit. Give me 1 second. I knew I could find one. We'll just pull it off of this power supply. I don't know what this power supply is, but it doesn't matter because it was on the bottom of my closet, which means it can't be that important, right? Right. Only closer if it went into overtime. Was it really? How wrong you are. Oh, really? Was it? Was it close? Oh, man. It did not look like it was going to be close. But I didn't watch very much, so I guess I should qualify it with that. Tarde pero seguro. Segundo intento, bien. We are trying again. This is the go number 2 at the Lanbon L8 switch, Edgar. We're going to get it this time, too. I don't know which one of these is usually neutral, but I guess it doesn't matter. Too much wire. I think we may go long on the stream today. We'll see how I do in the next half hour. But I'm happy to go a little bit longer. Dawson and Zoe are here with me. Everybody else is, well, as you saw, they're going, those boys are going back up to the Hobbit house. They were up there and then they came back. And now they're going back up. Miss Janice, Miss Z's, she's up there with the little girls. And I'm still on call. I'm just not sure. I got to work. I'm just not sure that driving up there is going to be the best thing for me. I don't like driving up and then driving back in a day so much. So I probably won't go this time. But I am going to go. In fact, let's see. Next weekend, I'll be home. So next weekend, I will be here. So we should be able to stream just fine next weekend. I will have some company, but they'll be leaving. So we might be a little bit late once they leave. But we'll stream next weekend. And then the weekend after that, I'll be gone. I'll be flying home again from a silly conference thing that weekend, so that's too bad, but gotta do what you gotta do. Okay, so now we got that connected. But I will be up at the Hobbit House for many days that next week. So we'll actually, so when I say that next week and the next week and the next week, blah, 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 blah. When we get into the first week of February, I will be able to do streams from the Hobbit House with the fancy portable stream machine thing that we looked at over Christmas. All right, let's see what we got. OpenHASP, yay! Sweet. Okay, we are in business. Looking good, looking good, looking good. We're gonna switch over to this camera. Okay, switch over to that camera. And as always, we have to adjust all the cameras because why not? Oh, wait, what's that? Did I grab the wrong one? Oh, I did grab the wrong one. This one. All right, so we're going to shuffle things around a little bit here. We want that right there. But then we want it to be a little easier to see. So... can't really zoom in on this one, can I? No, this one doesn't zoom in. But this one I can adjust the exposure. Oh, wait, no, that's the wrong one. Hold on a second here. Ha. There we go. Oh, I can zoom in a little bit on this one. I've never done that. Okay. These wires are just not letting it sit flat. Oh, that's so good right there. That's so good and flat, isn't it? Okay. Great. Now let's see if we can focus it at all. Okay, there we go. All right, we're going to go with that. It's not wonderful, but it's okay. And I'm going to shrink it down, put it in the corner, so we can kind of watch what it's doing, but it's not really going to be like intrusive because we're going to be messing with the things in the website. JSON and the docs. Oh, yes. Let's do it. Okay, here we are. So we're going to go here. We're going to go to probably displays. Maybe not. Maybe it's because it's like part of the first one, right? Nope, it's not commands. Getting started. It's one of the first ones that you've got here. The Lanbon. Yes, here we go. Okay. Choose the model with the home kit, the Wi-Fi versions, not reading the docs, not reading the docs. Okay, this is telling us about what pins go to what. There's a light switch at once. So I could do it through MQTT, but I want the JSON L stuff. So this is going to give us 3 switches, and of those 3 switches, is that gonna, let's see, page 1 switch 30 radius. Well, that's going to give us a switch, but then we're going to have to use the switch for something. Here we go. This configures what's this topic, message payload EU version. Uh-huh. No. HASP build flags. I'm gonna have to actually read some of this. Oh man. Well, we can start with making at least. I was messing with the GPIO stuff last night. So let's at least make the 3 switches. So we're gonna copy this. We're gonna go to the file editor and pages JSON-L, and we're going to paste in all this stuff. Okay. Control S and reload pages. And now you can see we got buttons. And they're big and they're fun and they're slidey. They have a nice effect to them. They look very round. Very cool. Very nice. All right. Just a very fast reader. No. You send that MQTT GPIO payload or configure the pins in the web UI. Oh, so let's go configure the pins. The part that I'm missing in my brain, Francis, and Sir Goodenough too, or whoever else, is the link between the GPIO pins. So we can go right here and we'll set this up. But then when I hit the buttons, is it going to trip those relays? And I don't think it will. But anyways, I liked setting it up. I liked the idea that you could do it in this. So we're going to go configure, and then we're going to go GPIO settings, and we're going to do new GPIO output. Now, part of this, we're going to put 2 screens up here, okay? We'll put this one over here, and then we'll put this one over here, because I want to see both. Get that guy out of the way. All right. So with this, now I can put in my information about which pins are doing which thing, okay? All right, so pin number. So we've got relay, K3. I don't know what K3 means, but that's okay. Uses groups to connect the gadget. To trigger the relay from the button, the ID should match all the buttons have an attribute. Okay. Oh, did the buttons have that attribute when we put them in? Maybe they did. Okay. So first we're going to do this. We'll do this relay here. So pin number 12. Oh, there it is. Pin number 12. Type. It's going to be, does it matter if it's a power or a light relay? It's not a shutter relay. We'll call it a power relay. And then group. You did say you should put group 1. Okay. Default, and then leave it normal. Okay. And that's it. Save that. Now we have this one power relay. Great. And then that's if I wanted to mess with it. Okay. We'll do the other relay now. New pin output. We're going to go pin 14. And type again is going to be power relay. Group is going to be 2. And then again, these are all normal low. So I'm not going to mess with this value down here at all. I don't need to invert them. Okay, that's it. Save that one. Let's do the other relay, which is on pin 27. So pin 27, power relay, group 5 this time, and save that. All right, now this is the fun. I want to really make this. I want to make this mood thing work. The Moodlight. So new output pin. First part is the red LED. So that's pin 26. And it's going to be mood red and group 4. Okay, save that. Add a new output pin again. Now we're going to do mood green, pin 32. Mood green and group 5. Okay, save that. And then one more. Pin 33. Mood blue and group 6. All right. Does that look okay? Power relay is exposed as a switch in Home Assistant. Light relay is exposed as a light in Home Assistant. Oh, Well, then we should change that. Let's make those light relays instead. Okay, we'll just make them light relays. Save. Light relay, save. Because this, assuming that you're going to connect these two actual lights. Save. Light, light, light. Mood red, mood blue, mood green. Pins all look the same. Okay. Is that looking good? Looking good, looking good. Now, if I do this, see, it doesn't trip the relay yet, right? Oh, I'm missing group 3. Uh-oh. 1, 2, 4, 5, 5. Oh, you're right. Three. Oh, did I skip down and was doing the wrong one? So this one should be 3. Okay. Now, the next part I'm missing. To configure the GPIOs as light switches, sample JSON. So when we look at this, we look in the file editor, we look at this, what's in the pages. Oh, it does say group ID 1, 2, and 3. Aha! Oh, and now you need to reboot. Okay. Okay, restart. Do I need a hard restart or is this a good enough restart? Okay, here we go. Let's see if we can hear some relays click. Oh my gosh, relay, relay, relay. Yay, we did it again. Man, some streams, we're just on. Sometimes we are just on. Okay, so maybe that was what I needed to do, the group thing. The group thing I didn't do when I was trying to mess with the other ones. I set them up and then I was trying to run it through the command prompt and through MQTT and I was just not quite getting it. So by doing the group thing, that would do it. That would do it. Okay, how about the mood light? How do you control the mood light? Is there something on here that says do this, do that for the mood light? Because I want to be able to control the mood light. Oh, I clicked the button. Home Assistant, commands section. Let's go to commands. Let's try it here first. Okay, in order to get it into HASP, it's MQTT discovery, right? So I'll have to put in the MQTT stuff, which is great. Let's look here. Moodlight. Yeah. Okay. So then if we go to, but it's not the file editor, it's in the console. So we're gonna have to go back to the console, and the good way to do the console is just through that. The install.hasp. That's OpenHASP. That's why I was spelling it wrong. Install openhasp.com. Okay, great. Whatever. Pick this. And then if I hit install, oh, it's not connected to that anymore. Okay. Well, that's fine. Let's just do it through Home Assistant then. Let's do it. Yeah, because I'm not connected through Serial. You're right. Duh. Blah, 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 blah. You can even put the same group ID to mood lights. Whoa. Telnet. All right, let's expose it to Home Assistant. Let's go do the MQTT. So we can go configuration, go MQTT settings. Let's call this the Lanbon 1. Oops, I can't have. Oh, I probably could for this. Broker is that. User is that. Password is a secret. Okay, now we're going to restart. And hopefully it will just show up in Home Assistant. I did notice that, again, with the Sunton ones, which are on the nightly display thing, they didn't show up in Home Assistant. That should be all I have to do, right? I need to make it do a thing. Oh, maybe I need to restart Home Assistant probably, right? Yeah, look how spread out my family is. They're up there in Idaho. How's the stream been today? Have we had any like drop frames or any of that kind of crazy nonsense? I don't think so. I think it's been pretty good, right? While we wait for Home Assistant to restart. Past design. Let's go here and do material dark. Just to check out the different styles. Ooh. I think I like the other one. That explains it. PCB has been revised on 1.19. The ESP TRX-RX has been connected to the header on all the previous PCB versions. Okay, good. Okay, good. Well, that explains it. And Sir Goodenough told me that. And he doesn't usually lead me astray. I actually think I like the HASP dark. Let's change the primary colors though. Let's go a little more purple. Purple and orange. We're gonna really clash. I don't know what those colors change though, really. Oh, the purple back there changes the color behind there. You can't really see it, but it changes the color behind there. Cool. Okay, now maybe with this stuff restarting, here we go. Yep. Notifications. You guys can't see it because that camera's in the way. Notifications. This is going to tell me, hey, you got a new device. Do I really? It's an OpenHASP device. Configure. OpenHASP MQTT topic, Lanbon 1, name of the plate, Lanbon 1, good enough. Brightness level when it's idle, great. And the full path to the JSON-L file is going to stay on the device, so I'm good. Success, finished. All right, now, if I go in here, oh, what? I failed to set up. What the, what? What the, what? What? Maybe it just needs another reboot. Everything just needs a reboot. Fail. That was a light fail, but since I'm so used to doing fails, we're gonna go ahead and count it. What the heck? Oh, I need an entry in the configuration. Oh, yeah. Oops. Oopsies. Okay. The slug. I need the slug. I forgot the slug. Need the slug configuration. All right, all right, all right. I'm looking just to copy what I did before. We'll see it. Oh, no, I need it in here, right? This is where I need it. Consider it a light fail. A success in comparison. So I just need this, right? OpenHASP included at the bottom. Yeah, so I just need it here. So then I guess I'd have to have an object for... Do I just need this? If I just do that, is it going to bring in some stuff? I mean, if I just make a new device, just like Lanbon 1, that'll do it. Or do I need to do the buttons? Do I need to configure the buttons as well? That was after he soldered to RxTX, but RxTX was also connected to TUYA as interfering. The device with empty objects section is fine. Okay. Great. Let's just try that. Save that. Now we can go back here and restart the integration. Does that not reload it? I need to restart all of Home Assistant again. Maybe that'll do it. I really want to change the Moodlight. That's what I really want. Oh, failed. Oh, it didn't like my Lanbon 1. It didn't like it. I did something wrong. Yep, invalid config. Okay. That's what happens when I don't read. See, normally when I'm not streaming, I actually read the documentation. It's not really true, but so I guess I still needed an objects. Maybe. Just objects. I mean, I guess I could put in those switches, right? Or would it just bring in the switches? Okay, so I did need that objects level. Sorry. Yes, so now we're good. Bingo. But I need a Moodlight still, huh? So Lanbon just has one device. All right. That does those. No. Oh. Maybe in the integrations for Home Assistant, is there a spot to do that? Integrations, Home Assistant, example configurations. All right. Is there anything in here for Lanbon? Oh, yeah. This is it. This is it. This is it. All right. So we can do a slider and a color picker. And then this would do it. State, light, attribute, plate, moonlight. Brightness, moonlight, else, something, something, something. And you could also, we could do this through, let's do this through MQTT too. Because that would, MQTT Explorer. Where are you at, MQTT Explorer? Where'd you go? There you are. All right, we're going to connect. And now we should have HASP Lanbon. Okay. So HASP Lanbon. And then we should be able, back here, there was that page that told us what to send, right? Should be able to just go, is it, let's see, LWT? No, we just want this. And then here in the payload, I wonder if we could just go, oh, you know, let's look at it and see. We're going to open another one so I don't lose that page. And then we're going to go to the Lanbon again. And we're going to go to set those. That would do that. I thought there was a Moodlight thing in here. GPIO config commands Moodlight. In several places here. It's not taking me to them. Here we go. This is it. Calling the Moodlight command without parameters or sending an empty payload to the topic, HASP command Moodlight topic, returns the current state. Okay. But if I want to, an RGB Moodlight can be controlled by configuring the GPIO pins. These LEDs can then be controlled using the Moodlight commands. So I can go Moodlight like this. Can I do that in the MQTT? What if I just did that? No. Because there's a topic for Moodlight. That's why probably, right? Let's see, Moodlight, command without parameters, HASP command Moodlight topic. Okay, so I need to go here, and then I need to go /command Moodlight, and then this should just give me the output. Yep, there's the output. Nope, where'd it go? There's the output. Okay, great. There's the output. Now I want to send the state. Wait, it's not on. Oh, that's what I tried to send. What if I just try? What if I do this now? I don't think I need squiggly brackets. I like just trying stuff. Oh, command and then Moodlight in the payload. Okay. Oh, welcome to working with me during the live streams, Francis. Thank you for your patience. I just like to, this is how I figure stuff out. No. No. Oh, no, yeah, it did. It worked. 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 We just need it brighter. Just needs to be brighter. So then we can go back here and find the brightness. I'm sure it's just brightness and then a color, right? Also, we're watching SpaceX launch Falcon Heavy on another screen. Nice. We're going to do this, and we're going to go comma, and then we're going to go brightness. And then we're going to give it a brightness of 255. And then we're going to publish. That didn't work. Does that need to be quoted? Nope. Brightness 255. Did I spell it wrong? Moodlight that burns your retinas. So much for Moodlight. We need it to scream. Let's also change the color here to, let's change the color to, well, I shouldn't have done that. That color's just fine. Brightness, color, huh. Can I just do brightness? Sure I can. It's just not changing. Maybe that is all the way bright. Could that be all the way bright? No, it's not. Try red or green or blue, and the LEDs aren't super bright. Okay. Can I just do the color as a word also? Like color blue? Does that need to be, shouldn't need to be quoted. It's not liking me. It's because I'm doing some funky things. Let's go back here and do this the right way. Oh, is it just B? Or, oh, that's red, green, blue. Okay. Let's try this. And now we can go, if we go 0 on the blue, now it should just be red. It's not working. What if I just turn it off? Yeah, okay, something's wrong. It doesn't want to, like the mood light's on kind of purple, but it doesn't want to obey. Obey my commands. The best color is FA 500. Well, on. Oh no. Oh, hold on. It's Jackson. Hey, bud.
Hey, we're close to the canyon, but we're probably not going to go in it.
Okay, it's looking pretty bad.
It's still snowing, Zach. How's it looking? Because we're still getting like wet snow, so the roads are like they're wet, but they're not like icy or anything like that. So
Yeah.
nobody wants to go down the canyon.
Sardine Canyon weather. Winter storm warning.
He just said fine.
Sorry. Sorry. You can go the other way and you can listen to your favorite tunes going through a different way. Okay?
Yeah, sounds good.
Sorry. Just be smart, Zachy. Don't be crazy. Okay?
Yeah, sounds good.
Do you guys know how to go the other way?
Yeah, we're gonna look it up on maps. It popped up, so we can just get to Preston and find our way there. Right there. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So we'll go through Tree Mountain.
Okay, be safe.
Okay.
Okay, love you, bye.
Love you, bye.
Aha, that worked. Okay, finally. Finally. So now we've got, so we did it this way. We put Moodlight in the MQTT topic, and then state 1, and then red, green, blue, and that was it. Let's try brightness now. Now that I know I'm getting commands to go through, and do brightness 255. It's not any brighter, so I'm wondering if brightness... Yeah, that's dimmer. So is 255 the max brightness? Because that might be all we get. I mean, it definitely got brighter between 255 and 128 and 255. So they're not. Yeah, those LEDs are not blowing the doors off of anything. But I guess if it's on the wall, if you think about a wall. Yeah, you can't really see that. How high did those numbers go? They don't like 500. That turned them off. Well, I don't know. What if people told you, Francis? Are they? I didn't mean to. Did I? Oh, geez. I do hear that, actually. Yeah. Okay. Let's go turn off the air conditioning in the house. I wonder why that's happened. Okay. It's too many restarts. Maybe 1024, yeah. Well, 255 is the max brightness. I mean, it's a little bit like let's go to this camera. You can see it's not invisible, but it's certainly dim. It's okay. It's okay. Let's put Sir Goodenough's. Yeah, 500 was no good. 500 just turned it off. Let's put in Sir Goodenough's color here. So 28. I'm very curious to see what Sir Goodenough's favorite color is. 172, 255. So 255, 172, and 28. Let's see. Oh, it's kind of a nice yellow. Kind of a nice yellow color. Very nice. Very, very nice. Okay, this has been good. We got these. Do you see how it was kind of dimmer and then it turned back on? So now what I need to do is put that page button at the thing that has the pages and scroll the pages past, and then do things like the media player and all that kind of stuff. And I think I actually will use this. I think I actually will put this on the wall. It is actually quite useful. I want to see what the lights look like when it's on the wall. And I'm hoping that they'll be even better when they're on the wall. But I do like it. I do like it. It's supposed to be orange. It's kind of yellow. I mean, I guess some of them are orange. I think probably part of it is, some of them are, I don't know what, I should have looked at it. Oh, we could look at this one and see what those, so I think the LEDs are only in certain places. Here, let's do this instead. I think the LEDs are only in certain places. So there's only a couple of them probably, right? So where are these mood LEDs? Oh, they must be on the other side of the PCB. They're probably on the other side of the PCB, and there's probably just a couple of them. So yeah, they're in this thin acrylic piece. Yeah, they're not here. I don't see them on this side, so they must be on the other side. One of the cons is the mood LEDs are not uniform. Oh, really? Balls, I missed it. But you did it. Look forward to watching this back. Yeah, Cookie, we did it. We did it. And the key really was to get the Lanbon that is the right version. The one that's the HomeKit version. So you don't want the that Tuya, the newest Tuya one, they changed the PCB, and at least for now, it's unflashable. Maybe there will be some way we can modify it or change it later. But it's totally, the Tuya version is not worth getting of the Lanbon L8. If you want to use OpenHASP, don't get the Tuya version right now of the newest ones. But the HomeKit one costs $10 more and works great. It's actually worked quite well. We've got it functioning here with the switches. And I know you can't hear it, but I can hear the relays turning on and off. And then we were messing with the Moodlight. Oh, and that's what I was going to look at too. So now you can look at this and you see these lights. So you can go to the Moodlight, and now the Moodlight has a color wheel in Home Assistant because it's awesome. So you can do, I guess there's no effects, but it would be cool if it could blink or anything. Anyways. All right. And then you can turn the backlight on and off. So turn it off completely. And then it's got 3 switches that you can do. Sweet. Sweet. That was pretty fun. That was doggone incredible. Last things. Let's do last things. Are we done? We're 2:12. So okay, we're good. We're good. That was successful. Once again, we have done it. Oh, I wonder how Ooh, well, you know what? Let's keep going until that thing is done printing. It's pretty close. So we'll keep going. We'll go for another, because I got nothing else to do. I mean, I got lots of other things to do, but when it's going well, let's keep it going. That's what I got to say. So let me show you a couple other things. Since we're having success with our displays, let me show you a couple other things. Let's do, oops, not that one, this one. Got so many cameras. Let's do a flash of, I want to go a little bit more that way. How's that? Okay, that's a little better. Let's do a flash of this guy, or we could do one of the big ones. Let me show you a couple other things though first. So I went on the page here on Francis's wonderful documentation, by the way. Francis has done fantastic documentation. And one of the models that they had posted was this, which is a 3D printable stand for this Lanbon 2.4 inch display. So there it is, pretty sweet. That came out real nice on my Plus, my ELEGOO Plus. In later versions, you can have an on-screen button to reset the Wi-Fi settings. Ooh. Ooh, what did Valcob want to do that he needed? Oh, question. How do I set the Wi-Fi pass to a Lanbon that is stuck on an unknown network without getting into it? Oh, bummer. So later versions, you can have an on-screen button to reset the Wi-Fi settings. I'll leave it for now. Don't want to get into it at the moment. Oh man, where did you put it, Valcob? You put it someplace you couldn't. Now you have trouble getting to it. Oh, the other thing I was going to say, I did, for what it's worth to anybody, and I don't think it's the best, but I did make a 3D printable box for the 7-inch display. I can pull it out for you. It's really not probably a great one. I think it needs lots of improvements, but it's got little pins, which instead of little pins, it should probably have screws, and it should probably screw to the back instead of the front. But anyways, it's got the little pins. And then my thinking here was it would replace a light switch or potentially a double or a triple gang. So I just put holes in so you could attach this part, which is really flimsy and flaky. But with this, then you could push it on to here, and it fits in there tight enough that as long as you don't yank on it too hard, it's probably going to be okay. But if you're going to yank on it, or if you think your kids are going to yank on it, then yeah, we'll need to make some improvements to make it so that it doesn't get detachified. So I don't know that I'm happy enough with this yet to post it and say everybody should print this and put their 7-inch displays in it. But at least it's something for now. It just keeps me from touching it when it's on my desk here. Like that. So that's the 7-inch one. This is the Sunton 7-inch. This is the Sunton resistive one. That's the 2-inch or the 2.8-inch. Oh yeah, this one's the 2.8-inch. That card is for the 3.5. That card is for this one, which is the 3.5-inch, which I really like. I really like this one. I got to play with this one some more. So this one is, I'm pretty sure this one's capacitive touch. I'll have to double check. I don't know how we would secure this one quite so well. So we'll need a case. I'll need to work on that. I really like that it's got these because that means, to me, that means, oh, we could make a sort of a backing board on this. We could take this one. We could, using these pins, we could connect something to it that would have a board on here that could take mains, dumb it down, and put in relays and potentially sensors of other kinds. Potentially things like, how about speaker, Francis? How is anybody using these things with speakers? I know these have speaker output, and I know it has a DAC potential output, right? What's anybody doing about connecting these to sound to make sound output from them? Because that would be kind of sweet as well. So anyways, this one I like. It's about as expensive. It's almost as expensive. It's almost the same price as this one. So that's a little bit tough. WT-SC01 Plus version is a bit better than the one you have there. Oh, really? Even better than this one. Oh, I like this one. Where's the Plus version? Is this an AliExpress thing I need to look at? OpenHASP doesn't support speakers, but you can add custom code to it. Okay. So when it says like it's the DAC, that's digital to analog conversion, but it's not going to be able to, because we were messing with the ESP32s and ESP Home to make little mini speaker output devices, and it was working pretty well. That was 6 months ago or more, maybe. I really like that. I really want to get back into that, and I would love to be able to have something like this make a little bit of speaker output. Making a submarine submerged sound when the new package is at the front door. It's just analog voltage. Okay. Okay. Well, maybe. Careful about messing with Wi-Fi signal with a daughter on board. Oh boy. I want to look at this plus. I want to look at the plus, the WT-SC01 Plus. WT-SC01 Plus. Oh, plus. Oh, gosh, it's like almost the same price. With a case. Oh, man, I screwed up. $26 for this one. I mean, it's not even $1 more. Sheesh. Maybe do sound supposedly, just not at the moment. Okay. All right, now I got to buy the plus, don't I? Oh, it's got places to plug in ribbon cable kind of things. Looks a little smaller, has a little bit more of a case. I want to design something that would just plug in here. Quindo, are you listening? Let's design something that'll plug into this. Or who else is our PCB making guys? Let's plug in something here that would have some relays and some sensors and a 120 to 5 volt converter. So we could basically make, I mean, this thing's $26. My thought is, can we make this, can we make the Lanbon, like a version, like a DIY version of the Lanbon switch with this 3.5 inch one instead? What's this little bit up here at the top? It looks like it's almost got a camera or a place for a camera. Oh, I was going to show you. I got this thing to work with the... I got this thing to work. Here we go. With the media player from Home Assistant. So maybe we put it over here and we can see it in the dark. Okay. So if I go here, I was just messing with this. Oh, I loaded up my own images a little bit. So I opened up my own images, and then it's got the bar at the bottom. This one is going to be my favorite. I think I'm going to have to play it. I just didn't scale it up, but then it does. If I do play something on here, I did make it did work so that I got the image to come up from Home Assistant as well. So like, let's see. Hold on. Play royalty-free music. See what she does. Royalty-free lo-fi. It's gonna be kind of lame, but then look, it's got, look at that. It pops up the name and it pops up the screenshot or whatever. Isn't that awesome? I'll have to make it full screen. It wouldn't be hard to make it full screen. I just was messing with. Now I want to pause that because I don't want to listen to that actually. You make it full screen by adjusting the that JSON L code. That's it. You just got to adjust the JSON L code. So we can look at that. I think it's number 181. So we would go here, File Editor, and then go into there it is, Pages. And then there's a bunch of stuff here, but part of it would be this stuff. We'd have to adjust this to make it fit. And I would have to figure out which one it is. Which one it is. Button. Oh, maybe it's this one. Width 200, height 200. Yeah, so we would just make that. If we wanted to make it fill the screen here, this screen is 320 by 480. And then I don't think we would want it to be parent ID of 25, but we could. With all these new screen resolutions, we really need more JSON-L example code for the larger screens in the docs. I didn't write all the docs, by the way, but the very nice people contributed a lot to it. What I want to do, one of the things I want to do and to be able to contribute and to help, which I haven't. Oh, that's what I need to show you. Golly, I'm such a knucklehead. I will certainly contribute some examples. Check this out. Check this out. We won't go into adjusting that right now because it would just take some trial and error, be kind of messed up. But could you go over how you do the screen at the bottom? Sure, Home Assistant Junkie, you bet. Okay, check this one out though real quick. This is the wLED. This one is a wLED version, and I'm going to make it bigger so you can see it. Okay, so this is a wLED controller for my lights here on my desk. And what I did, a little bit different than what some other people had done, is instead of having, I was having trouble with the palette selector. So I thought, well, you know what? We don't really select palettes that often, but you know what we do is we change effects all the time. So I put in a random effect button. So you press the button and it turns on a random effect and it tells you what the effect is. It switches. And this one actually responds pretty well. This is the Lowland, by the way. And the example that I took this from was using a different resolution. Man, it's really working well. Doesn't usually work this well. I got the night light on and the brightness thing on. And you can do your presets if you have some presets. So you can do your presets, and then it should, this should show what the effect is. So when I change this to something else, it should change what that effect shows down there, but maybe it'll take a minute. I don't know what Valentine even is. So candle, see it changes to candle multi down there. So kind of cool. But I really like having this random flicker or this random effect changer. It really worked well until right now when it's stuck on my preset instead. And then I was saying how well this screen was responding, and now it's not as good. So what I want to do is take basically this and scale it for lots of different screen sizes. I wanted to put up here the IP address of the controller that it has, but what I'll probably do is just put up here the IP address of which controller it is, and then we'll put and maybe move things a little bit and make it so you can slide back and forth, so you could have like multiple wLED controllers on here. But isn't that slick? That is so slick. I mean, it just is so nice. And then I like turning on the night light so that, you know, the kids or whoever turns it on, and now it'll turn off the night light, and in an hour it'll all turn off. Pretty sweet, eh? A 3.5-inch Lanbon clone would be awesome. Okay, well, let's work on it. I'm on it. So fun. I just get to play with LEDs, and I just can't stop. I just can't stop. I guess you do need an off button, don't you? You just slide because it doesn't want to slide all the way to the bottom. The brightness slider. Oh, I just heard the printer shut off. Oh, the brightness slider even slid. Must not be all the way down, but it didn't turn it off. So maybe that's something else I need to add here is probably need to add a button just to turn it off. Anyways, just ask Fab on AliExpress for an official version. On Alibaba for an official version. You mean ask them to make it for us or something? You think we could do that? You think they would do that? Ask them to make this Lanbon with a 3.5-inch display. All right, let's switch. Let's go grab. There's our little Buddha man. Let's go grab him and we'll check him out. And then we'll finish. All right. Let's pick this camera. I have so many cameras. So, looks pretty good. That's a nice smooth model. Wouldn't expect any less. The last thing I'll say about these ELEGOO printers is when I was using my Ender 3 and even the Artillery Genius, which was another printer I really liked, the Artillery Genius and the Genius Pro. I should look and see if they're still making them. They were harder to find. Not 35-inch, 3.5-inch. These ELEGOO printers did not do well when I tried the Shep. What do you call those? Profiles. The Shep profiles. So if you don't know what that is, there's a guy on YouTube that does, I think that's the name of his channel, Shep. And maybe that's his name. I don't know. But anyways, he's done a really good job of coming up with some really good profiles for 3D printing. But when I tried them on the ELEGOO, it didn't go well. And what I've had to do with the ELEGOO, the best results and what I've just stuck with now is I just use their Cura. Because I tried my regular Cura and they didn't have I couldn't select the ELEGOO printers, and I think probably because they were new. Right? The Neptune 3, they were still new, especially like this Plus and Max, which maybe are hard to get. Filament Friday, that's right, Filament Friday. I like that guy. He's a good guy. But anyways, I found I had trouble with his profiles when I was printing on these ELEGOO printers, but their own profiles that you can just get if you just use the slicer that comes included, they've worked fantastic. I mean, since I did that, I've had no issues. So there you go. All right, guys, let's, I'll answer questions for a couple minutes and then I'm going to go. So what do you think? Francis, thank you so much for all the work you've done on OpenHASP. It is my new sit at my desk and play around when I should be doing something else productive thing to do. So thank you for that. And I guess I'll talk to the Lanbon people on Alibaba and just see if they can make us a 3.5-inch version of the Lanbon. That would be pretty sweet. The other thing is we should start designing something to go on the bottom of this 3.5-inch display, just a board, another breakout board that we can use, because I think that 3.5-inch versus the Lanbon size. Let's get them both together. Let's see what's the best. Well, yeah. So the 3.5-inch screen versus the Lanbon size screen. I mean, you can look how much bigger. You get a lot more territory, but the 3.5-inch would totally fit in the form factor here. You know, it would fit. This 3.5-inch is probably about as big as you can get and still put it in a single gang wall switch kind of thing. We need to find a way to share pages.json files, HA Junkie says. Oh, and you wanted me to go over those scrolling buttons at the bottom. The scrolling buttons at the bottom are part of, they're in the example. They're in the examples. I don't remember if it's the Home Assistant examples or if it's a different examples, but they're in the examples. So I would just have to refer you to that and tell you go there and look at the examples. I'm not sure, remember which ones I got them from. I just cut and pasted them. I think I did adjust them a little bit, but yeah. So maybe Francis, let's talk. I'll be on your Discord as well, but let's talk about there are 4-inch ST7701S screens that look ideal for the US switch plate. Oh, okay. Maybe I should try one of those. Why is my mouse is not wanting to right click and copy? Interesting. Is there where's the best way to share these kinds of things? Is it to put it in like as a edit to a page or something, or submit it somehow to be adjusted with the page? 3.97-inch. It's just a display, right? There's nothing else to that, so I would have to hook up to something else. What did you call it? ST7701S. I'll have to find it. You probably have a link to it somewhere in the documentation, right? There's a GitHub discussions show and tell. Oh, okay, great. Thank you, Nightbot. Ooh, HASP 1. Oh, it's in there now, too. OpenHASP. Okay. Francis. Square ones. Really? Focus LCD. Oh, this is like the... .480 by 480. You think a square one would be good for the US switches? Where are you again, Francis? You're in Europe somewhere, right? Oh, here's somebody made a YouTube video about it. 24 seconds long. Anyways, good times, good times. All right, so the show and tell on GitHub. Okay, we'll check it out. All right, everybody, thanks for being here. Francis, thank you for your work again. Again, there's the links for the buy him a coffee, so please do that if it's been helpful to you. From Belgium, 4-inch would fit the decor wall plates. We'll have to check them out for 2 gang for sure, maybe. I'll have to check it out. I'll have to check it out. I foresee. I have loved the HA switch plate project since Luma did it, 4 years ago, and I loved what he did with HASP 1 to make it easier, but I am very excited to continue to tinker, and this is going to be this will be a continuous theme as long as we can keep making progress and getting things worked out and stuff. And I like just sitting down and tinkering with it. So I'm gonna get some of these things together, and then I will start sharing my my pages page. All right, let's call up whoever's left at home. I don't know how many people are even here.
It's time for sign off. It's time for sign off. It's time for sign off.
It's Zoe, and it's probably just Zoe and Dawson. And as always, thanks again, PCBWay, for being our sponsor. Without Luma, there wouldn't have been an OpenHASP for sure. Yeah, he's the grandfather. I wonder, do you talk to him about this, Francis? I've been meaning to reach out to him and just say, hey, this looks awesome. How's your stuff going? But my guess is he's on to some other things. He's still using the ones he has. But when he did, and there may be some room to mesh what he did with the, because you have all the MQTT command things, and he was able to use automations in Home Assistant to change buttons, which was really slick. I do really like the way you have the JSON thing going though too. So let's do sound first. First, let's get some basic stuff like media player, wLED control, thermostat, some of those things on a variety of displays, right? And that's we can do that. You don't have to do it. We can be working on getting those formats of the right JSON L files and the Home Assistant configurations and stuff for some variety of sizes and everything. But then switching it up with those other automation things would be pretty awesome too. You can do that with OpenHASP, change buttons, etc. Right? You can. You remember that? Oh, not since he came on the stream. Oh, okay. Yeah, I know, Cookie. I know. Isn't that awesome? That's what I mean. Like, because you can do that, then you can set it up so that there's automations to do that, which is what he did. With the MQTT, you should be able to do blueprints. That's what I mean. Yep, that's what I'm trying to say in my broken English or whatever it is I speak. I don't even know if it's English. Anyways, okay, I don't hear any kids, which is weird. Really, Dawson should be coming up right now, but we'll give him another minute and then we'll sign off. But hey, thanks for being here, everybody. We can look at the calendar, or I already did talk about the calendar. So next week I will have family in town. But once they drive home, they'll usually leave, about the time we're going to stream anyway. So if anything, it'll be just a little bit later than normal for next weekend. And then the weekend after that, we won't be able to do Sunday, but we should be able to do Monday. And then for several days the week following live from the Hobbit house and the snow and all the fun stuff up there. So anyways, I think that's all for now. So guess this is me signing off by myself. No kids are coming. As always, thanks for watching. Until next time, adios. All right. Have a great Sunday, everybody. Have a great Sunday, and we'll see you next week. Bye.